So I come over here to plane create. References for this, there's only one, that surface. This is the simplest kind. Going the wrong direction, I'm making it offset. Oh, I'll make it like 75 units. I'm not sure if it's in the same thing or not. It's making a plane that is 75, either inches or millimeters, I don't know. Yes, I know. Okay, the arrow denotes the yellow side, right? Planes have a yellow side and a red side. So if I click done now, I get a plane. It shows up on the tree. Data plane 1, 2, 3, so forth. If I can edit it like any other feature, double click, change the value to 100 maybe, generate. I can also, like any other feature, edit definition, move it either direction, and or I can flip the arrow to put the yellow side on the other side. Generally, we don't worry about that. Just on one plane, you're going to trace base. Make sense? It's an offset plane. So people say it's a parallel plane, but parallel is used differently. In this case, I'll show you that in a second. Delete that. Now I'm going to make a plane that requires two references be selected. So I'm going to hold down what key? Put a rock on it or something? So I'm going to go to plane create, and I'm going to select this edge. That's going to serve as my hinge. What do I mean by a hinge? I'll show you. I'm going to select this surface right here. It's going to pass through that edge and be at an angle to this surface right here. Okay? And this is to create an angled plane. It has to know where the vertex of the angle is. Does that make sense? So it pass through something. Data plane, control key, edge, surface. Obviously, that is edge is serving as my hinge. I can make it something like 60 degrees. Yellow side up, good deal. There we go. How about that? Double click. Where would I use this? Well, there's times you want, let's say I wanted an extrusion that's not normal to this surface, okay? I want to intersect with this surface. So I could sketch on this plane and extrude up to surface. So I get something extruded. It would look like it's extruding off of that surface, but it wouldn't be normal to be at an angle. Every time you have to trace something at an angle. Now here's where the parallel comes in. Actually, I'm going to delete that. Just delete. Huh? You create another one. I'm going to make one that passes through this edge. Instead of being at an angle to this other surface, I'm going to make it parallel. It makes it perfectly parallel. I don't know why you do that. I'm just showing you why they call offset, not parallel. And I can also make it normal too, which is not something I necessarily want to do. Add definition. Usually it's an angle called an offset. If you look at the tutorial book for Creo, they'll make it just seem so difficult. It's really not. You just know which angle you need to extrude at. Normal to that for your sketch. You can figure out how you can do it. Okay, window closed. Let me show you how to create one that passes through an axis. That was passing through an edge, angle to a reference, right? I have datum axis, datum plane through axis. Here I have a very simple one feature, extruded a circle, in both planes, right? And there's an internal axis there, doesn't show on the tree. And then I'll show you how to make external axes to show on the tree. This guy here can datum plate up, on, and something selected there. Ah. See, I had something selected there, didn't I? Hold down the control key, select the axis, select that plane, or the other plane. But I'm going to make this 45 degrees. But you can make this, see how the axis in the center serves as a hinge? That's actually the most common. Passes through on a cylindrical shaped feature or part like this, passes through, right through the axis in the center, and is the angle is reference to one plane over the other. And I'll make 45 for now. So do we use this much anymore? Not as much as we used to. Let's say you wanted to create, well, if you create a whole feature as I've shown you, remember I told you, let me back up, come on brain. Remember when we studied patterns, going in a circle? It always defaults to the dimension type. There was a time if you wanted to pattern something in a circle, you had to have this plane, so you would have the angle to drive the pattern in a circle. You had to have an angular dimension. If it was a